fragrance friends, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate you. Today we're going through my perfume empties. We have about 20 and of those 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are body mists. So we're just literally going to hop right in because I don't know how long it's going to take to go through them. Personally, I love going through perfume empty videos, watching perfume empty videos, because I like to see that people are using the products. And there is a logic to my madness why I'm posting this perfume empties video prior to my second part of my haul. It's because it's a little bit deliberate, or a lot of bit deliberate, to show that I'm literally, first of all, I owe no explanation to anybody because it's my money, it's my collection. But I know sometimes people may think, are you just using and just buying things and not using your things? So this is to illustrate the fact that I do use my products when I buy them. If my fragrance lab is not any indication that I go through my products and make huge dents on my products, hopefully this will give you some indication that I literally use my items. So we're just gonna hop right in, and I'm just gonna just grab and go. And one, I'll tell you if I enjoy the product, and two, if I will repurchase or I have repurchased or it's a no-go for me. So the first one here, we have Angel Nova by Mugler. And if you watch any of my videos, my most complimented videos or my cross-country video, those are the two ones that are coming to my mind right now. The answer is an automatically yes. This is my forever scent. This is just, it's just, I don't know if there's anything in here left. Yeah, there's literally nothing in here. Yeah. But I can go from memory. So I think it was Sophia Constant that worked on this, or Louise Turner. Oh gosh, no, yeah, no, I'm right. Sophia Constant, Louise Turner, and I'm totally blanking on the guy that worked on this. So there is a really tart, bright raspberry opening. There is rose in here. There's lychee. And there's Akagalika wood as well in the base. But don't be scared by the Akagalika wood. It is in the background, but it just adds this beautiful body and longevity to the perfume. And I've gone through a travel spray as well, but I couldn't find the travel spray of this. But I have another one I'm actively working through in addition to the larger size bottle of this. So this is a forever love for me, Angel Nova by Mugler. And it's really, I'm sorry guys, it's been a heck of a week. If I just seem a little off, just please forgive me. Yeah, so this is definitely a repurchase. If you love fruity, woody fragrances with slight tartness, that is a happy scent. Fresh without being laundry. It's fresh in the sense that like it's sharp, and it'll wake you up, and it's just really an amazing scent. So I definitely highly recommend this. And again, this is Angel Nova by Mugler. And another one that I went through this year, this is Jessica Simpson's Signature. And prior to me making any YouTube videos on YouTube, everybody was just going on about Jessica Simpson, what is it, Fancy? I can't get with that scent. But Signature is just that for me. And this is going to be a forever scent for me too. It's one of my most highly complimented scents, and now it's really rare to find. When I first started talking about it, you could still find it on the reseller websites and get also the perfume boxes, sets, but it's really rare to find now. That's why I try my best not to really mention it as much anymore. But this is going to be, I have backups of this, so it's not going to be a repurchase per se, but I do have backup of this, at least 2 backups and multiple travel sprays to give you an illustration of just how serious this love affair is for me. Jessica Simpson's Signature is a white chocolatey, apricot-y, sweet fragrance. There is some white florals, and there is driftwood in here. And initially, for many months, I couldn't sense that driftwood. But as I started to train my nose, I can sense a little bit of the driftwood there. It's all the way in the background. If you don't really train your nose for these things, you're not going to really notice it, because I didn't for months and months and months. But this is a really, literally a pretty girl scent. Literally, the compliment is so specific with this. 80% of the compliments with this is you smell pretty. So it's just that. And I'm already like the bottle that I have of the newer one, it's like already up to here. There's already a huge dent in this. So again, white chocolate, apricot-y, slightly creamy fragrance from Jessica Simpson's signature. I really hope they bring this back into commission without changing the formulation. I think they're still making Jessica Simpson's signature. Excuse me, it's Jessica Simpson Fancy, but I really wish they would bring this one because I think this one never got the moment in the spotlight that it deserved. So Jessica Simpson signature, it's an absolute yes for me. Excuse me. All right, so the next one up, I'm going to grab here. This is Ariana Grande Cloud. Is this a repurchase? I'm going to have to say no. So this is a praline coconutty, although I don't really sense coconut in the typical sense of coconut. It just lends this creaminess. I believe there's whipped cream in here as well. It has vibes of Baccarat Rouge. And I saw a comment, somebody had asked me yesterday on one of my posts, what do I layer this with? In my fragrance lab tomorrow, I'll give you a pairing. But just a general rule with Ariana Grande Cloud, because it is such and I know people love this fragrance. It is a very basic fragrance, and I do not say that with any shade or insult, because basic, I love basic colors. Half my wardrobe is basic because that is the fundamentals of anything great. But because this is a basic fragrance, meaning a fundamental fragrance, it, I think, is a chameleon, in my opinion. I don't know if anybody would agree with me, but this is more of a chameleon-like fragrance, and I think this will mix pretty much with anything as a topper because it is saccharine, it is sweet, it is airy, because of that whipped cream note and that praline and that coconut. It blends really well with pretty much anything. So if I were you, if you ever wanted to sweeten something up, I would top that off with this. Ariana Grande, it was more, I just want to get through this. I had this for a couple of years already, and I really just wanted to get through this. I have Cloud Intense, the larger 100 ml bottle. I put it in a couple of my shorts already, and I prefer that one a little bit more to this. But again, to me, they're both just simpler fragrances. It is so rare that I actually wear it on itself. Like I'll wear this around the house when I do chores and whatever. And it does get compliments because it is pretty, but like for me personally, it doesn't matter if I get compliments on a fragrance if I'm personally not feeling the fragrance. For like example, like Prada Candy, like it is a pretty fragrance. It's almost like a dusty, vanilla-y scent, benzoin scent. But just because something smells pretty on me and I get compliments, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not going to wear it. But anyway, so this is one of those fragrances for me. Like it's a pretty scent and all the things, but no, this will not be a repurchase for me. But I do want to note that I have Ariana Grande Cloud 2.0, and I've had it for over a year and it's still there. So that should give you an idea. And I have just like maybe a little bit of a dent. So no, this is not a repurchase for me. I have the Intense version, but this formulation is not a repurchase for me. And when I go through the Intense version or Cloud 2.0, I will not repurchase, at least the way that I'm feeling right now. And another one, this is Versace Eros. I think this is the EDT version. Yeah, I think this is the EDT version because there is one version where it's all silver in the front, and that's a different version than this. I believe this is the EDT. This is an automatic yes repurchase. This is a strong lemony, very sharp scent by Versace. I usually don't like Versace scents, like Versace Crystal Noir. Like, I don't know. I actually bought this in a store after I smelled it, so some part of me had liked it in the moment enough to have bought it, but now it's just like not driving with me. So Versace really isn't my thing, but this one is a huge hit for me. I believe there's pomegranate in here. I believe there's raspberries. I believe there's several types of citruses in here. So this is a tart one. This one is sharp enough to cut through the heat, and in my opinion, it conversely can also cut through the cold. I get huge compliments on this. And if you love citrusy, sharp, tart fragrances, I highly recommend this, and I definitely will be repurchasing this. This just makes me happy. Let me see if I can get this. Oh man. Oh yeah. Like Dolce, this is not like Dolce & Gabbana intense, but like if you like those kind of fragrances, this is going to be right up your alley, and people just love this, especially the sillage of this when you wear it. People freaking love this one. So yes, this will be 100% a huge repurchase for me. Eros Perfume by Versace. The bottle's kind of tacky, but I don't know. I low-key kind of like it. I don't know. I kind of like it. And here's one that I haven't heard anybody mention. And when I first started my fragrance channel 5 months ago, I did a specific review on this. So I'm gonna link that and pin it down below. This is so highly underrated. And I'm not sure why. I think because it's part of a clothing brand. And what am I talking about? This is Bergamot by Rag & Bone. One thing I will note that it is pricey, and you will note that it's not completely empty, and I'm going to mention why it's not completely empty yet. It is for 50 ml, $150, and this bloody thing never goes on sale, which irritates the living daylights out of me. But it's, I mean, oh my God, it's just, I just love this scent. It is on Fragrantica, because it is so underrated and just so not talked about. The notes on Fragrantica are completely wrong. All they do is note bergamot as the notes, which is completely inaccurate. If you actually go onto the Rag & Bone website, they will have it listed there. There is, I'm just giving you like this again, it's not a review. I'll link down the video down below. There's ambroxan in here. I believe there's black pepper. There is petitgrain. Oh my God. If you love, this is a unisex scent. If you love unisex scents, holy goodness, Habibis, listen to me. If you love unisex scents, you're going to love this. If you love peppery, bergamot, slightly peppery scents, you're going to love this. And this does not get any love at all. And I guess because it's part of a clothing brand, it kind of goes unnoticed. And you notice a little, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep playing with the metal-y cap here. It's a magnetic. Yeah, so when I was living in New York and I was shopping, this was a love for me at first sniff. And the reason why I'm not going to finish it here, because by the way, I've been through multiple bottles of this already. So the reason why I'm not going to finish it completely until I get my next bottle is because sometimes I worry that they're going to change the formulation. So each time I buy a new bottle, I keep a little bit there until I get the next one to just make sure there's no funky thing going on with the formula. So that explains why I'm not completely done here, because I want to give it a full wear test when I get the new bottle, so make sure they didn't change anything. So Rag & Bone Bergamot, this is a stunning unisex scent by Rag & Bone. It's an expensive clothing company, and unfortunately the perfumes are expensive too, because 50 ml running for $150, that never goes on sale. Not even 10% is bonkers to me. That's why I spaced this out by the year, like by yearly to buy this. Like for me, I don't buy expensive fragrances more than a few times a year. If it exceeds a certain amount, I don't buy those type of fragrances more than a few times a year. Like it's a special thing for myself to do. So this unfortunately is one of those things I'm not just going to keep willy-nilly repurchasing unless I'm planning for it on a yearly basis. So highly recommend this if you love bergamot, petitgrain, or black pepper, and I'm blanking on all the specifics for this, but this is the compliment getter. And I'll link my review down below because I still have quite a bit to go through. And next one up, I had mentioned in my most complimented video, I hadn't heard anybody listen to mention this. This is a highly complimented fragrance, and if you watch that video, you know there's nothing in here already. This is Very Sexy Night by Victoria's Secret, and I already have another bottle, so oh, yeah, so I said this is going to be a repurchase. I just said that. Yeah, so Very Sexy Night by Victoria's Secret. There are 3 ingredient notes in here. It is plum, apple, and wood. This is a stunning, sexy fragrance. Men and women love this on the skin. And it's still part of the core collection, so I will highly recommend to go into Victoria's Secret and get it on your skin and let it warm up on your skin. And don't be scared by the word night. Don't be scared by that, because in my opinion, my humble opinion, because what do I know about fragrances other than what I like, that crisp apple keeps it daytime and afternoon appropriate. That plum gives it that sexiness, and that wood also gives it that sexiness, but that it's because of that crisp green apple note in there, it just makes it appropriate. Ah, man, you can smell it, so it's like that. It kind of makes my mouth water a little bit, like in the back of your mouth right there, because I can, like when you bite into a crisp green apple, that is literally the imagery that it gives me. But that plum sweetens it up, and that just, it's just really kind of that girl, and I don't understand why this is not hyped up more. I don't know. For the love of everything, I don't understand. But I'm a huge buyer, but that's just my own personal thing. But if you want, you can go. It's still readily available in Victoria's Secret. Get yourself a travel spray or get yourself down to Victoria's Secret and get it on your skin. So highly recommend as a sexy scent. Huge compliment getter. Next one up, we have Tom Ford Cafe Rose. Again, when I started my channel 5 months ago, I did a review on this dedicated to this. I'm going to link that down below. This was a gift, so just because of that, I will not be throwing away the bottle, just because of personal memories. This is going to, first of all, not for everybody. 2, this is unisex fragrance. 3, I'm in love with this scent, and this, if you're a hardcore rose lover, if you love spicy fragrance, spicy rose fragrances, with strong patchouli notes. And the odd thing with me is when I say I don't like patchouli, but yet a lot of the fragrances that I tend to gravitate towards, oddly enough, have patchouli. So I think I need to really reconsider my narrative saying that I'm not a patchouli lover. But this is a really nice green fragrance. Patchouli is strong in here, but I don't mind. There is coffee bean in here as well. This is definitely, I know this is going to sound scary, but that's why I said it's definitely not going to be for everybody. This is a earthy rose fragrance. It makes me feel like I'm in a green forest with roses there. And on the roses, they're like dew drops from the rain. But then you take that imagery and then you also put a cafe in the background, and slight coffee aromas just intertwining between all that green patchouli and the earthiness from that patchouli and that rose. Oh God, this is the masterpiece. And I haven't heard anybody mention this, so I'm going to mention this here. I have by the brand, gosh, I'm blanking on it, but it's very similar to this and highly affordable. It is Sultan Rose, I think. Oh, Pascal Marabito Sultan Rose. I haven't heard anybody mention this. It is freakishly similar to this. So while this runs upwards, I think almost $250, and it's harder to get your hands on now, try, if you like those spicy patchouli, slightly earthy, and there's saffron in here too. So if you like that kind of composition, this price tag is too much for you. I would highly recommend by Pascal Marabito Sultan Rose. It is not a one-to-one dupe, but it is very similar in terms of the DNA. So if you like that spicy rose patchouli with a little bit of coffee, get your hands on Pascal Marabito Sultan Rose. But yeah, if I was crazy enough to repurchase this, I would. But I'm satisfied with the Sultan Rose, but I'm not going to throw away the bottles for personal memories. All right, next one up. Let's grab here. I have here Bare by Victoria's Secret. My goodness. I don't know how many times when I first started my channel, I went on and on and on and on about this scent. This is everything. This opens up with mandarin, heart of violet, I believe, and it dries down with a creamy sandalwood. This is just, first of all, I love wearing it on its own. I love mixing it. It's just, this literally, I dried this thing out, like legit. Yeah, man. Oh my God. And when I first started the channel, like not many people were raving about it, but now I see like there's more people raving about it, and for good reason. This is just that girl. This should be like a staple in most people's collection. And of course, I think by the way I'm talking about this, I think you can kind of get a sense that it's already been a repurchase for me. I got the bigger bottle. I have the spray, the lotion, this shimmer lotion, and the travel spray of this. This is literally a simple, classy fragrance. It is not a strong throw. It is not a strong projector. It's more of an intimate scent. But for me, it lasts long. Like even hours later, when I'm moving around, I catch whiffs of my own self. So this, I think, is a good throw-on everyday scent, a good mixer. This mixes really well. And that sandalwood drives down really, really creamy. And I noticed that this mixes really well with Nirvana Black, which is a dry sandalwood, whereas this is a creamy sandalwood. So Nirvana Black has like dry sandalwood, vanilla, and I think it also has violet. So if you blend those two together, just Habibi. Oh my God. Both underrated fragrances. I mean, that Nirvana Black is very underrated. But anyway, so if you want to mix Nirvana Black with this, you're welcome. So Bear, I think you can tell from me, this probably, I'm not probably going to be a forever scent, but it's already been repurchased. Yeah, Bear by Victoria's Secret. Highly recommend. But again, you can get your nose on this to test it. Next full bottle, we have Marc Jacob Decadence. Unfortunately, this has been discontinued. This is just that girl. This is one of those fragrances. First of all, I've had this bottle for years. Let me just be very clear on this. This a little bit goes a long way. And when I was working in a hospital at that time before I switched industries, one of the managers that I worked with had worn this, and I smelled it on her one day. She was into perfumes. Like, she liked to smell good. She liked to look good, smell good. Woman after my own heart. I loved being around her. And one day she walks into this office smelling like $1,000,000. And I had not heard of this fragrance at that time. And I said, oh my God. And I'm sniffing the air around her. I was like, because I was in her office, I'm like, you smell, oh my goodness, you smell decadent. And just the look on her face, she's like, yeah, that's the name of the fragrance, Marc Jacobs Decadent. So you better believe that a few paychecks later, I went to go buy myself a travel size, and eventually I got the bigger bottle. This is Saffron, Plum, Woods. Oh my God. And again, you can see it's not completely done. And again, there's rhyme and reason why I'm not doing this. I'm not going to throw away this bottle again. Just the memories of it. But this is a sexy fragrance. This is a compliment getter. This is a head turner. You will get noticed with this. This is not for the faint of heart. And thank God I have a full travel size of this. And I have a body oil of this. It's not obviously from Marc Jacobs. I think it's from like Nubian essential oil or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, Decadence by Marc Jacobs. And I think this is kind of a polarizing fragrance from what I can hear on YouTube. But for me, it's an absolute love. And for me, it does well on my skin. And this is a head turner for me. And it's just that thing. So if I could repurchase this at a not absurd price, like $300, $400, get out of here with that nonsense. I wouldn't do that for something that I know the price has been jacked up. Get out of here with that. I would not do that. But Marc Jacob Decadence, if I could repurchase it, if I ever came back, I would. But right now I have a travel spray, and I'm satisfied with that. Next one here, I don't really hear anybody talk about. This is Dolce Peony. This is a pear, honey, peony scent. Really simple, light fragrance. It's almost as if you took honey, you took pear, you dipped it in honey, and it's also peony in there as well. This is just a simple, light scent. Great for spring days. I really enjoy this scent, and yes, I would repurchase this, but I wouldn't recommend this unless you don't mind closer to the skin fragrances, because personally for me, I don't mind that, because if I'm just moving around the house doing something, and this is going to sound weird, but this is actually like the signature scent of my bedroom. So it just like shifts my mind from being like of the day to like being more relaxed. Like when I'm reading a book or whatever. So I use this for both my person, my body, and also my bedroom as well. Do I recommend it? Only if you don't mind lighter fragrances. Only if you don't mind sweet honey, peony fragrances. Because this is not a strong projector. Because I know that's what a lot of people want. But if you don't mind light, pretty scents and sweet scents, this is a sweet scent. It's like you took the pear and you dipped it in the honey that was infused with peony. This is a simple fragrance, straight to the point. I would repurchase this. Peony by Dolce. This is a repurchase. Now I'm going to go through the minis. Travel sizes. This is Roses Musk by Montal. When you buy on the Montal website, you get a travel size of your choice. And of course, every time I buy from there, I get Roses Musk. I'm not very interesting in terms of the travel spray. I always just end up repurchasing or choosing the travel spray of Roses Musk. Roses Musk Amber Jasmine. It's a huge freaking compliment getter. Been through bottles of the large size bottle. Head turner. Head turner. So I think if you watch my most complimented scents or watch any of my cross-country travel, if you watch my cross-country travel video, I think you already know how I feel about this. Highly recommend. Love, love, love. Sol de Janeiro. Cheirosa 62. Is it 62? Yeah, Sol Cheirosa 62. This is an absolute love and repurchase for me. And this is going to be a repurchase. And the reason why I'm going to skip through this is because I have the body mist over there. I'll talk a little bit. So nutty, sweet, caramelly fragrance. Highly, highly recommend. And I will be getting the larger bottle of this. And this is Way Melrose Place by Way. This is, I think there's lychee, like a sweet lychee, soapy, shampoo-y scent. I wore this a lot to the gym because it is that soapy clean fragrance, but I would not repurchase. Yeah, it's a nice shampoo-y sweet scent, but it's not a thing for me. Okay, so now we're gonna quickly move on to the body mists. And again, not gonna be reviews. I just wanted to show you what I went through. So I went through Coconut Cream Pie. I went through Forever Red. I went through Dahlia. I went through two Cheirosa 62s, and I have a huger bottle of it already. I go through this like water, and I went through a Happy Birthday as well. They don't have this in store anymore, but I really enjoyed having mixed this with other things. I think it's like a vanilla frosting scent, like a cakey vanilla-y frosting scent. But anyway, I enjoyed mixing this. This is, I'm going to read you the notes. If you're not familiar, it's hard for me to believe that you don't know what Cheirosa 62 is. But I've been using this scent literally 4 years. Yeah, pistachio. Wait, where the heck is it? What? Oh, here we go. Pistachio, almond, heliotrope, jasmine petals, vanilla, salted caramel, sandalwood. This is a huge compliment getter, especially when you pair the perfume and the spray together with the body lotion. Get out of town. Get out of town. Forever Red. There is Fiery Pomegranate, Red Peony, Rich Vanilla Rum, and Oakwood. This is a sexy scent. If you are scared of body mist, think it's cheap, blah, 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 yada, 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 whatever the case is, I would highly recommend when this, it does go in and out of the core collection. So when it does come back, because it was just recently there, I think for the last SAS, not this SAS, but the last SAS, this is a perfume level scent, but when you're spraying on white clothes, be careful because this does have a slight color to it. But this is a sexy pomegranate, woody, bourbony, vanilla. Oh my God. Oh my God, it just brings back also so many memories of when I wear it heavy. Oh man, this is a sexy pomegranate and highly recommend. Coconut Cream Pie. You can see like it's all messed up because I kept it in my Empties. My Hygiene Empties drawer, so it's all messed up from humidity in my bathroom. Toasted coconut flakes, caramel custard, golden pie crust. I have multiple backups of this. This is literally like you took coconut cream, the Goya can of coconut cream, and you added in caramel. That is what you get. This is for hardcore gourmand lovers. I highly recommend you get your nose on this. at SAS because it's not part of the core collection, but oh man, sorry. Forever, it's really distracting me. But if you can find this maybe in the spring SAS coming up, or if you were able to get this in the last SAS, I mean, love this scent. And Dahlia, another discontinued scent, but love this forever. It is Velvet Dahlia Petals, Crisp Pear, Praline Musk, White Whipped Tonka Bean. This is a creamy, vanilla-y, I don't know what Dahlia smells like, but all I know is like vanilla-y, creamy. I don't know if there's anything left in here. And I have backup of, oh, here we go. Oh man, this is perfume freaking level. And at first I couldn't really smell the pear, but I do get a little bit of pear now. Oh man, this is like, you get that praline musk, you get that tonka. And this was compared, I'm just telling you what other people said, they were compared to Carolina Herrera Good Girl. And I can see that now. I can see that. But without the annoyingness of Carolina Herrera Good Girl. If that annoys you, this won't annoy you. But yeah. So these are all my gems and my goodies. And yeah, so as you can see, I legitimately go through my products. And these are not even products that have severe dents. And this is just the ones that I finished. The ones that I have a dent in. If I showed you that, would literally be here till like from here to the moon. I don't know what else to say to you, but I really appreciate you taking the time to be here with me, my friends. I always appreciate you. Please let me know if you were able to finish any this year, or what you are planning to finish, or what your favorites are that you plan to repurchase. And I definitely will be recording tomorrow a fragrance slap, and so I'm looking forward to that. And thank you for being patient with me while I was kind of radio silent this past week, and showing love and encouragement to me, pushing me to make this video today. Okay, all right. And just a gentle reminder, please find somebody to thank today, even if it's for something small. And just another gentle reminder, please take a moment to thank God, because if you're here watching this video, that means we made it into yet another day. And even with our trials and tribulations, God is great. Thank you, my friend. Bye.